big up, and welcome to Lower 12 Man Show. It is time for a little preview action of our FA Cup match for tomorrow. Not really that much news out there, to say the least, but now that we're past the transfer window and well past the transfer window, and also in between Premier League action before this big derby to come up. But we do have FA Cup action going on currently as we speak as well. There's been some games that have been already decided, and also some games about to either start or already in action. So we're going to give you guys some updates, let you guys know what's going on about those games, as well as we give you a little bit of a preview of our match for tomorrow. We have with us Lee, JK, and Brian. Brian, how are you doing today?
Yeah, very good, man. Very good.
Very good. JK, how are you?
All good, bro. All good.
Okay. And Lee, how are you doing?
Excellent, mate. It says Newcastle 3, Birmingham 2, live, 90 plus 13 on my phone. If my phone's got it right, like it says 90 plus 13, the game's still going on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
12-minute injury time.
Extra time?
Yeah.
Basically what you're saying? Wow. It's a lot.
Yeah.
5 goals, eh?
Yeah, 5 goals. Yeah. Who was Newcastle playing?
Birmingham City.
Oh, yeah. Someone was talking about that was like the game that they wanted to. I think it was Brian was saying that's the game he was very interested in. I think that was the game.
No, Isaac and Gordon are not playing.
They're not playing?
No.
Okay. Scared. Pick up John
3-2.
Pick up
great,
John.
is it?
What's that?
3-2. It's not really a great score. Birmingham City played all right. I've been watching it a little bit.
Yeah. There's definitely a little bit to be. I've seen every team pretty much come with a little bit of a mixture of youth and some veterans. I know Manchester City had I think Jack Grealish starting today, and then but yet had like a mixture of some youth academy players or younger players, I should say, at least in their mix for their game. You want to give us a rundown on the scores before we even get into it? Whoever's got the scores open.
Apparently, the game between Birmingham and Newcastle is still going on. 90 plus 14 now.
Yeah, you've got Leeds 0, Millwall 2, Leyton Orient 1, Man City 2, Coventry 1, Ipswich 4, Everton 0, Bournemouth 2, Preston beat Wycombe on pens, Southampton 0, Burnley 1, Cardiff beat Stoke on pens, Fulham 2-1 winners against Wigan. The game we're just talking about there, still 3-2 still going. And then Brighton versus Chelsea at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
That's on Brian.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Everton losing. That's a good one then.
We could possibly have Newcastle in the FA Cup final as well. That could happen. Have them in both cup finals.
They're bringing Isaac on in 1 minute left. Why are you bringing Isaac on? I don't understand that.
It's a good question. I don't understand sometimes the late subs. I know that some coaches.
Come on, man.
Some coaches like to get their players just get runs despite them not participating or them being 1 or 2 minutes. They'll just let them get a run in. Because some people, so I saw after the FA Cup match for Manchester United, who absolutely got away with the fact that VAR was not present in that game. And in that game, after the game, Amarin had practice. He ran a practice after. And players had to go out and do some training drills. Guess he was not happy with what was out there. Or what was displayed. Kind of interesting. But We do have an actual preview for our own game as well. We have Plymouth coming up, and I know I already gave away some of the trivia, some parts, or at least some parts of what we would have used as probably trivia. So I don't have anything prepared for that per se. But does anyone know anything about a little bit about Plymouth? Actually, done a little research myself, but just wondering if anyone
Far away.
far away. Okay, all right.
Yeah, right on the coast. So it could be windy. I don't know. Plymouth, bottom of the league, and then a championship. Rooney came in, got sacked. Dan was meant to go there, didn't go on loan. But they got battered by Burnley at home. In their last game, I think they won 2-1 the last game, league game, yeah, at home. I think with the new manager and stuff. So not a great team, bro.
Not on. Yeah, they're bottom of the table right now currently. Not necessarily looking that strong on getting out of the relegation zone for going down another level. Big up, Hyler. Big up to Bernie. Big up Bonkers as well.
Bless
I'm
everyone.
sure John heard me. Big up John. It's been a little while, but it's good to see you joining us today. Hope that you all are well.
Bless Bernadette. Yeah.
Looks like the Birmingham Newcastle game has just gone final 3-2.
Yeah.
In favor of Newcastle. And yeah, is there anything what else is there to talk about Plymouth? Anything interesting about the
They were green and white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went there once.
Okay.
Yeah, Lee went there once or something, didn't he? For 10 minutes or something.
Yeah. There wasn't much to
Right.
I can't really remember. There wasn't much to
Really wasn't much to do or say talk about.
Yeah. I think it was Plymouth anyway, or one that sounded like that.
It could be Portsmouth
That's
as
cool.
well.
No, it definitely weren't Portsmouth. It was in Devon.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think I do have some unfortunate news for Tyler Morton. Originally, I was going to have him in the lineup too, but apparently, Tyler Morton has come down with an injury. Came down with a shoulder injury and is going to be out for a couple of games, if not weeks here. It was a weird thing because, like in the press conference, Slot's very open with his press conferences. He likes to talk about them, not really hold back any secrets or whatever. And he had to make sure that he could divulge that information apparently with the press officer for Liverpool. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, apparently Tyler Morton is going to be unavailable. We all know that Trent's not going to be available for this match, or most likely isn't going to be playing in this match. They're going to hold him out despite him being in training. There's still there's the chance that he could play still at Everton, but they might still hold him out from that match as well. Should be interesting with this because now it's a matter of who and what you bring to this match, what players you bring, what players are going to be actually getting the opportunities in this match. So it should be an interesting one to say.
I'm really keen for Endo to play in midfield. If you can have Joe and Gerrard at centre back and have Endo play in midfield, that'll be great. Just to give us that bit of bite in midfield. And we could have him and McConnell, couldn't we? And Harvey in the 10. Jones could play if he wants to play Jones. I don't know if he'll risk Jones though. Something in me tells me that he won't. That he'll probably will go for, if Endo does play midfield, he'll probably do that. Probably go in McConnell and Elliott, won't he? I think.
Yeah.
Give Harvey a chance have another shot at it in the 10, see what he can do this time around.
I'd go with that midfield as well, Lee. McConnell, Endo, Elliott. I think it's all right.
Yeah.
But it is like, you know what it is though? They're going to be like, I want to say Sunday league style of footballers, Plymouth. They're going to be tall lads who are going to get stuck in. Elliott small, Endo small, and McConnell ain't really big is he? He's a young lad, isn't he?
They
So they could overpower us in that way. So,
Endo's good, like, defending our own area, for his size, and he's good and alert, like, and, he fights well, like, doesn't he, without fouling and shit, like, he's a good defensive player in the box, but he is short, you know what I mean? He's always going to get beat by a fucking really tall centre-back or something, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Elliott's not much defending corners. I was watching him struggling with I was watching this anyway, but he does struggle at times when we're defending corners, doesn't he, Elliott? Like,
Yeah, Tyler Morton, excuse me, out, but McConnell still with the team. So that is
yeah, he definitely. I think he'll definitely start tomorrow. Even Chiesa might start tomorrow.
I'm hoping
Chiesa has to start
He
tomorrow.
has to start, not might. Yeah, he has to. Yes, but yeah, it sounds better. He has to actually. I'd even play Darwin, Yotta even. Give Yotta some game time as well. He needs a couple of games, like get him so he's sort of ready for the Everton game and the Wolves game.
Yeah.
So Yotta for me, Chiesa, another guy. I don't want to see Salah, Gravenberch, and Van Dijk. Alisson in goal is maybe the number one sort of question.
Nunes would be starting this for me, like Nunes and Diaz on the left.
Diaz. Yotta on the left.
At the last one.
Yeah, Diaz as
I
well.
wouldn't start Jota against these. I think I'd leave him. Have him as a sub, and then he can start at the next game or something.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to like start.
Next game is the derby, bro. The next game.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So I need Yotta to have a bit of game time under his belt before that derby game. So I'm starting on the left, maybe.
I'm worried though, like that would be a rough game, like, and that's why I'm saying it wouldn't.
Derby's going to be rough as well, bro. Even rougher, I reckon. Hence why for me tomorrow, that's what I'm saying. They're like when you play non-league teams, lower division teams,
a bit rougher in the FA.
They're a bit more rough.
You're away from home to like a lower league team, so I prefer us not to risk them, to be honest.
There's no VAR as well in these games.
I guess that means just we should definitely start Nunez so that in case he's offside, they won't get called.
You're gonna get called, bro. Job done. I'm starting down, bro.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the offside calls on them anymore.
You know what? I watched a few games today and stuff, and the game without VAR is so much more enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
Like, look, when United got a lucky goal yesterday. If their VAR was there, they wouldn't have got that goal, yeah?
I don't think Leicester's thinking that right now, but I get
they're not. But for me, football is much more enjoyable without VAR.
Yeah.
Ant said it. Ant himself said it. He said the best thing about being relegated, the best thing about Championship is no VAR.
Yeah. Ant said it a few weeks ago. I remember that. Yeah. Let's see what he says now.
Yeah. I'd like to hear his opinion now.
No, I mean, I don't think he changed his opinion on that. He'd say it's still the game is better without it. Yeah. No, he said it. I mean, he's. Well, I know the guy. I know, like he'd be bitching and moaning, but he'd still say that the game is better without VAR.
Okay. I'm not trying to speak for Ant, you can, but I'm just saying that I would think that most people would want the right calls, and especially if it ends up impacting your team out getting a very, very easy call with VAR. But unfortunately, without VAR, it ends up being one thing that maybe his club could have, celebrated this year, and that is going a little bit further in a cup match. But they are out of the FA Cup. and they
both things can be true, dude. Both things can be true. They got screwed over yesterday, but I mean, I haven't seen that one. Apparently, it's pretty obvious, pretty blatant. So why the line didn't get it, I don't know. But yeah, I'm with JK, man. I'd take the odd mistake here and there to get rid of it. I'd get rid of it tomorrow. I think the Norwegians are getting rid of it, didn't they? Did they just vote to get rid of it?
I think they're the only ones who did, yeah.
Yeah, some country. Yeah,
Oh, that's Sweden. I think it's Sweden.
Oh, Sweden.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One of the countries has got.
And Wolves were the only guys at the Premier League who, at the end of the season, said, we want it gone. Not Liverpool, no one else, just Wolves on their own. Can you believe it?
Never going anywhere. Never getting rid of it.
Yeah, because for me, it's like you got to have it or blah, blah, blah. I just feel like it's sort of, you got to have it. They're not going to, there's no option for the clubs. Like, ask the fans. What are you asking the bloody clubs for? You know what I mean? Like, realistically, ask the fans. You know? There's millions of fans who watch football and stuff. They're the main guys. Without the fans, there's no football. You know? So, for me, who are you going to ask? Ask the bloody fans. Clubs don't ask fans nothing. Let's get serious here, you know? Unless Wolves ask the fans, what do you reckon of VAR? And they're told the truth. We don't want it. You know? I've been against it since day one. For me, goal line technology is sound, perfect. Goal line technology is sound, but for me, VAR has taken away the best thing about football when a goal goes in. As simple as that.
They're only going to try and refine it.
There's no.
It can be frustrating at times.
It's time wasting, bro. You know, like today they made a decision and it was offside. Within 1 second, they just carried on with the game. And the commentator said, Clive Allen was saying, look, if VAR was involved right now, we're going to be hanging around for 2-3 minutes. You know what I mean? And it's true, bro. It's true. I'm really against VAR, man. I hope the fans get together for once and say, you know what, we don't want VAR no more.
Can't go back now, can we?
I don't.
Yeah, they're not going to go back.
I understand. What. Oh, go ahead, finish your point, Lee.
No, it's the same. We can't go back now, can we? Unfortunately, it's here now. It's here to stay, isn't it? And it is times, but it's great when it works for you. And it seems how like we're the best team at the moment, like and we're attacking an awful lot, like I suppose it is a good thing in the main. We have been badly ripped off a few times though, but let's not even go there. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, look, there's been mistakes, and like I think the one thing about VAR is that I do not really mind VAR in that VAR has, if it's applied right and applied by credible, like knowledgeable, if not like competent people, VAR could be a very good tool. Like as in one, Jurgen Klopp even said it himself that he appreciates VAR because I mean a lot of what we did with our high line, without VAR, we would be very well like not have had as much success with our team that we had with that, at least that system. But also with VAR, I'm hoping, and I don't know why we haven't gone to the system already, but once semi-automatic VAR for like offsides comes, then you won't have to worry about people drawing lines and getting all this other stuff done. It'll be that much quicker. The more they automate it, the more it'll get faster and quicker, be less process being put into it. And it's less about, is he offside? Where is he going to draw the line? Where's he going to do this? When's he going to do that? It's like less worried about, the impact of the human and more so just having the computer assist us in getting the calls right. Because, again, I personally would be pissed off if we tomorrow have a goal go in that should be offsides, but because there's no VAR, we don't have that happen, and then we end up like losing and getting knocked out of the FA Cup for something that obviously could have been a quick decision.
I'm with Brian in that way where he says he's willing to have a few mistakes to get rid of it tomorrow. I'm on that sort of thing. It's true what you're saying. I understand that, but for me, VAR as a whole has taken away the main buzz about football.
Yeah, I'm always every time a goal goes in now, virtually every, unless it's like blatantly obvious, there could be not, because sometimes it could even be a great shot, and you think, oh, nothing's gone wrong, and then you go back and say that was the foul, a couple of passes ago.
Yeah,
yeah, that part's that gets obsessive. I'll agree with that. Where they they almost look for something to figure out a way to rule out the goal. That kind of stuff is annoying.
Virgil's goal in the Carabao Cup final last year when Endo was the judge to have blocked that fella. They were just looking, they were searching for an offside, couldn't find the offside, wasn't there. That turned out to be onside, and then they went to that.
Yeah, that was. I'll admit that was pretty much bull crap.
Yeah, the whole thing stunk to high heaven.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though.
Timing, bro. Yeah.
No, that's just the thing, though. They're talking about it being technology. It's not technology. It's just cameras, and at the end of the day, it's three blokes looking at the screen making a decision.
Yeah.
So if those three guys
need to be human.
But that's why, when people, I know a lot of people are kind of watching, they're kind of saying oh, why aren't they showing us this? Why aren't they showing us that? It's because they're trying to get rid of all that to make it quicker. They don't want to show everything on TV now, do all that, because people are saying it's taking too long. So you can see they're trying to get, because fucking nobody wants to be sitting there for 3 minutes after they've scored a goal and watch guys staring at a screen trying to find something wrong with it.
I remember some of the longest ones that we've had so far, where it's gone on for 7 minutes or something silly. After the goal, 7 or 8 minutes, you're still waiting.
Yeah, no, I just look. I think I'm the automated one, the semi. I think they voted no to that for this year. It'll come in next year, but the Premier League are always like that. They want people to trial things in other countries before they adopt them.
Yeah.
So it's been used in other leagues and it's been used in tournaments, but the Premier League, for some reason, always vote no, and they wait and see it be used in Germany or France and make sure it works, basically. And then, so I think we're getting it next year. But they could have had it this year, but they wanted to let it be trialed, I suppose, more before they adopted it, which is fair enough. You don't want to bring it on and find out halfway through the season it has bugs or issues or whatever. So we're definitely getting that next year. Yeah, anything that cuts down on, if something's wrong and we can find out in 5 seconds, like with the Hawkeye, with the goal line technology. But they know, they come out and say we get that we're slowing the game down too much. We need to get rid of all these delays.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well.
In 50 years' time, can you imagine what it'll be like in 50 years' time? We'll have AI refs and we'll have
AI players, bro.
No, it's going off. Yeah. Technology ain't going away. Stuff isn't good. It's not going away.
The FA are famous for taking their time to adapt and adopt new things. One of those things was the World Cup, where they refused to go to the initial first 3 World Cups or something. That was just ridiculous. That.
Yeah, but for me, the technology side of it all, there's one, in England, there's 1 camera for every 12 people on the streets, it's a bloody joke. Cameras everywhere. They want to it's like a little spying mission. VAR and these type of things are for the masses, like a welcome thing. Yeah, it's good to have cameras, and it's everyone's got a phone, everyone's got a camera. It's just for me, VAR is that at the same time with that agenda of having doorbells with cameras and everywhere's bloody cameras, and VAR sort of helps the camera thing along as well. Because what is VAR, bro? It takes too long and it takes the excitement out of football. So that's for me, it's not benefiting football as a whole. It is if you get the decisions right and you get the decision in 1 second. You got the decision, bang, it's a goal. Yeah, referee knows it's a goal in 1 second. That's for me good and an advancement in the game. But if you're waiting bloody 2 days on the pitch, guys are getting I wouldn't say tired, but getting a bit of cramp in that waiting around. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. It takes a long time, bro. And I think it ain't a good thing in that way. It's all about the timing. If these computers come in and say within 1 second the ball goes over the line, it's a goal, everything's clear, cool. keep it. You know, but if you're waiting around 2 weeks for a decision, it isn't for me, bro.
I suppose it does help the refs,
Tipping everything.
like having cameras as backup, like, or you have cameras to help them. Unless you're David Coote, like that camera didn't help him that night, did it?
Good cameras and bad cameras. Definitely. Good cameras and bad cameras.
Yeah. I just
Chelsea won the lot.
I just appreciate getting the calls right. And it sucks when
AI fans. AI fans, that's right.
on.
No, sorry. Bernie's just
That's
saying we've
pretty
already
better
got AI fans at City.
City have got or City need AI fans. That'd be perfect for City. They could just have a. I've always thought that they should fill it in or something with CGI when they're on telly to make it look like their ground's full when it isn't. Like,
You know what? Man
They
City
do what
get
Arsenal used to
relegated.
do. Do you remember what they used to do back in the day when they would be like rebuilding a stand? Arsenal did it, like they put up a big wooden mural and they just painted like
yeah.
all the fans in, and they had like a building site going on behind it.
Yeah.
Just do that at City. Put a load of
the flags.
1-1.
Bournemouth
That's
had flags on the side of the pitch, large Bournemouth flags. I think there was 4, there was 2 on each side of the pitch before the match. I was just thinking about City
1-1.
when they started doing it. Like, it's
take long.
Brighton 1-1 now. It was 1-0 Chelsea. Brighton just scored now 1-1.
He's done all
Not
like
an
that.
easy match.
They've had a bit of a nosedive recently, haven't they? Brighton, they've had bad results recently, but he's done okay.
They got battered last week, bro. 7-0. Yeah. They need a good result today, so 1-1. I don't want Chelsea to win. No.
He'll pull through.
What do you reckon of that guy? What's his name? I think he's Brazilian. He plays in midfield for Brighton.
Baleba. Carlos Baleba.
No, not him, bro. His name is Rudiger. I'll tell you now. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I think Baleba's Colombian anyway. Like I was thinking.
Ruta. Yeah, Ruta, bro.
Yeah, he's quite new, and he's
a good little player, man. I've watched him a few times now. He's a good little player.
The guy that just scored.
Yeah,
they bought him from Leeds. They bought him from Leeds the year before last. 30 million. They paid a lot of money for him. I thought he was a striker. I didn't know he was a midfielder.
So Arsenal are at the FA Cup, League Cup.
Yep.
Champions League. I can't really see that happening. So that's cool.
Yeah, they got a good placement. They're into the next round for that, at least for themselves. But it's still not necessarily easy settings for them, as in they've got Martinelli out for at least I think it's been announced he's going to be out for 7 weeks. I want to say it's going to be out for quite a bit of time. So that's unfortunate for Martinelli, and it doesn't help them with their efforts to try to get and compete this year. Because I'm trying to think of who they have next. Actually, Tottenham have Villa. I forget who. I don't remember who Arsenal has next.
Arsenal got Leicester next. Leicester away, and then West Ham at home.
Who they have?
Away to Leicester, and then at home to West Ham. Arsenal are the next few fixtures.
Okay, that shouldn't be that bad. That could be a good bounce back game for them.
Mm. Well, they've had a good rest. They will have had a good resting period, like won't do 9 days, which is quite a lot. at this stage of the season, have a 9-day rest out of nowhere. So see what they come up with after that, after their disappointments against Newcastle.
Yeah. Just trying to get this thing up. Oh, pick up, Robert. Pick up. Hope you're well.
The funniest thing, though, just quickly, one more thing on VAR. The funniest thing I remember was that there were people out there saying, kind of half jokingly, but they were saying, "Oh, it'll take away one of the, the great pleasures of football, which is sort of being down the pub on a Monday night, moaning about the decisions that went against your team."
Goodness.
And like people are like, that's going to be gone, which is what, it's sort of a joke, but it's like,
Right.
there's been more talk about decisions since VAR came in than there was before. People, it's sort of like, oh yeah, there'll be nothing to talk. People won't be talking about refs anymore. Everything will be perfect and correct, and we won't get to have a moan and get, fans love to have a bit of a moan. Oh, this has gone our way. Yeah, that didn't work out, did it? People were complaining even for they're like, they have fucking cameras and they still didn't see it. They have cameras and they still didn't see this shit. It's like, but no, it'll be a while. I always people just, oh, what are we going to complain about down the pub on a Monday? You'll find something.
You'll find something. They'll certainly find something. Mix in alcohol and other stimulants. I'm sure they'll find something to complain about.
Hey, Ian.
Oh, big up, Ian.
Well,
yeah, I haven't seen him.
Ian. Nice to see you.
Definitely. All right, I pretty much got this set for us as well. I have a lineup that I think would be a possible lineup, at least my interpretation of what Arnie would possibly go with. There is the possibility that I don't know if Gomez is match fit to go for a run necessarily just yet, but I am going to display what I think would be our lineup for tomorrow. Give me 1 second, bring this up here. And we can rock and roll and see if you guys like it or if you disagree with it or whichever you feel you want to say about it. Sure, do this too. We can see that. All right, so this is the lineup that I think is going to be the lineup for tomorrow. Make this big right now. So I have Simicast, I have Kwanzaa, Endo, and Bradley in the back line with Kelleher. I have McConnell, Elliott. I have McAllister starting, actually. Oh, I know I put McAllister on the bench. But make sure I have him in there. And I have Neone on the bench as well. A little live edit there. And I have Elliott, I have McConnell, Elliott, and Maka in the midfield. I have Lucho. Diego, if he could start, be great. And because I'd like to see him get at least like a good 60-minute run or something in. And then also I have Chiesa starting on the right with a bench of Yardos, Van Dijk, Gomez, Robbo, Neone, Dom, Rio, Lucho. Oh, Lucho's not supposed to be on the bench. And that's supposed to be Cody. And Diego's not supposed to be on the bench either. Sorry about the live edits there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need one more player or two. Tyler Morton's not going to be available. I already have Rio in there. I'm trying to think who would be the 9th player then to be involved in that one. I don't think we'll see any of those players available. Trent's ruled out for this one. Oh, I didn't put Nunez. I didn't put Nunez on the bench. All right, so that's my bench. That's my starting lineup. What are your thoughts? What are your differences on this lineup? If you've got your own lineup, what you think that slot is going to go with, please do enter that into the chat. We'll bring it up. We can include it in the conversation. And what are your thoughts on this lineup? Lee, what are your thoughts on this lineup?
Good lineup. Mine is different in that, like, hopefully Joe will be available and we'll be able to start the game at the very least. And then maybe come off after, I don't know, if he can't do the whole game, but if we can start Joe and have Endo in midfield. So don't want McAllister and I don't want Jota to play in this game. Don't want to risk them. I'd have Nunes and Joe if he's fit. That'd be my team, like.
Okay.
If not, though, like, not sure what else we could do. I suppose we could do the same thing with Robbo again, couldn't we? Like, press Robbo into service at centre back, and Endo can play in midfield. Yeah, we could do. Robbo.
Pick up, Ant. Ant was apparently not with us when Brian was answering for him.
I wasn't answering for him. Just, I bet you can ask him the question now.
No, it's okay. It's all good. It doesn't look like he's happy. I don't want to rub the pain in. I'm with them on that.
What a donkey to score Maguire as well.
I'm with you, Ant. That was highway robbery. What happened to you?
It happened to Cov City last season against Man United. Remember, they got done. I think Cov were going to win it 4-3, and they sort of disallowed it.
Yeah.
United, bro, they've always had that element of just getting jammy decisions and stuff. It's the way United are.
Yeah, they used to get.
We do the hard way.
Yeah, they used to get loads of jammy cup wins under Fergie. Mm-hmm. Dodgy cup wins under Fergie, like in the 94th minute. I don't know. The amount of time it used to get added on there was insane compared to other grounds.
That's when we needed VAR, innit, Lee? Like, we needed VAR in Fergie's days, not now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where everyone's got a phone and you can, social media and everything. Like, no, in the old days, they got away with it because there was no social media. Anything happens in the game now, like even a little elbow decision, within seconds it's all over social media. Oh, he elbowed him, this, that, and the other, you know what I mean?
Oh, goodness.
Days, Fergie's days, he got away with it because there was no social media, there was no sort of cameras around, you know what I mean? VAR and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, there were people I saw almost every Arsenal fan out there saying that they thought that Virgil should have gotten a red card for the it wasn't really an elbow to his face, by the way, but I mean it was.
It didn't look good for my opinion.
It didn't look good.
No.
It's a yellow, if anything. If you want to give him a card, you give him a yellow, but I mean, like,
if it happened to Salah, bro, if that happened to Salah by, say, one of their players, it
would be in his face, though. It would be in his face. It wouldn't. Richarlison's a lot taller than Salah. So.
Yeah, I just feel like it wasn't a good way to do that sort of situation. I think Virgil sort of plays that sort of game like a risk. He did it to Havertz. You remember? He did that little.
Look at the players that he did it to, though. I get that, but I mean, like, look at the players he did it to. You just said Havertz, and you just said Richarlison. Two people that definitely
deserve it.
Deserve it. B, play act a lot to try to get those kinds of calls. You know what I mean? And they dive and all over the spot. I mean, I don't know. If you want to get those calls, just like if you play the game right, chances are you probably get the call. I think. If you're someone that's not known for diving, and all of a sudden you go down from a possibly a wayward elbow, chances are you're getting that call. But if you're Richarlison and you've already done like 2 or 3 different like interactions and flops and and this and that, chances are no, you're probably not going to be given the benefit of the doubt. That's how I look at it. But so JK, what was your interpretation of this lineup? We just heard Lee's.
I would take that lineup. Who's the guy in the right midfield? I can't really see him properly.
The right
Jota?
Right midfield?
Yeah, McConnell. You got
McConnell, Elliott, and then that's McAllister.
Oh, is that McAllister? Okay. McAllister, yeah, he didn't start the game the other day. He could play that game tomorrow. Yeah. If Gomez is sort of ready for action, I'd play him instead of Endo in that centre-back position and put Endo in that midfield.
Yeah,
I don't think he is. That's the thing. I think he's capable of being on the bench, but I don't think he's capable of like possibly getting a full 90 out of him.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if he's fit and he can play, I'll play Gomez. If not, yeah, he's got to be Endo and Kwanzaa then, isn't it?
Or play Robbo at left centre back and Kwanzaa at right centre back. And then
you want to do that? Do you want to do that experiment again?
Well, just
I'm not playing Robertson as centre back.
So Endo can play in midfield, and then Joe can come on for I don't know however long you want him to, whatever you think he's fit for, and Robbo can go off then, can't he? Half Robbo and half Joe, say. One half for Robbo and then one half for Joe. And then Endo can play in midfield and McAllister doesn't have to play. Endo, McConnell and Elliott, and I'd have Diaz, Nunes and Chiesa. Yeah.
Perfect. I'll go with that.
Yeah, I don't know if Gomez is going to get the start tomorrow or not. He'll be on the bench most likely, but how about for you, Brian?
I don't know. Hopefully no one goes around deserving a smack in the mouth tomorrow. That's what I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there'll be none of that. I'm not worried about leave it. Like if it's a rough game, a tough game and all that, it's not a street fight. It's a game of football, man. Come on. Come on, Lee. You were around in the 80s, man. You know football is nowhere near as rough and tough as it used to be.
Yeah.
So I would never suggest another team was going to go out and try and hurt our players. So I'm not looking at anything like that. Even in Everton Derby, people see one foul. I can't pick a team for tomorrow. I don't know what he's going to do, to be honest with you.
I just don't want to risk certain players.
No, I put Endo in midfield.
We've got a load of league games coming up now that are just uber important. And not that this game isn't.
But if you look at, Lee, if you look at what he said about Ali when Ali got the game, the last cup game, when everyone was expecting Keller, he said, Ali hadn't played, so Ali needed minutes before the league games.
Mm-hmm.
He needed rhythm, he needed time, he needed game time. And that was a place to get him game time.
Yeah.
So if someone hasn't played and you've got a game coming up, this is a game to get them minutes, to get them rhythm. You know? So you've got to pick and choose. Sometimes you can look who didn't play. Chiesa for me, yes, no brainer. Endo, no brainer. Although definitely he played. If Gomez is fit, obviously you just put Endo into the midfield. Bradley, no brainer.
Or you could put him at right center back too. Or right.
No,
right
I just mean if he doesn't need an emergency center half, I mean he can then take his spot in midfield if he wants to play two of the other boys. But Endo will play for me. If
I was remarking to the comment too as well from Ian, who was like he was referring to how he's got a feeling Bradley won't be risked with doubts over Trent's fitness for Everton's game. So maybe you throw a back line of Gomez, if Gomez can play, like you said, Gomez, maybe Gomez, Kwanzaa, Endo, or Gomez, Endo, Kwanzaa on the right.
Yeah.
Or could maybe even go with what Lee suggested with that whole. I don't necessarily want to see the whole Simicast Rabo left side, and then you could go Kwanzaa.
No, I don't think
keep seeing Endo in midfield. I'd just like Endo to get some midfield action because we might need him in midfield at some point later in the season. If we get injuries, we could get injuries at some point, couldn't we? And need Endo, so I wouldn't mind seeing him in midfield tomorrow. Just, so he keeps his hand in at his real job.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure if Joey G is available, we'll see him. We'll see him at some point, whether he starts or not. I'm sure he gets a minute somewhere.
That's good.
Yeah, it is a bit of a weird. It is a real kind of like, do you go with a McConnell? Because we've let some of the younger kids go now over January. That's why it's really kind of streamlined the team a bit.
Yeah.
So it's before you pick like, oh, you put a young lad here, and me only here or whatever. But now it's. Yeah,
I'm expecting him to start Darwin because Darwin needs games like minutes and that, don't he? He's not played an awful lot, so I'd expect him to be starting Darwin.
It's Darwin got a full 90, I thought last. I don't think Darwin got. I don't know if Darwin did. I think he got full 90. No, he got subbed off. My fault. He did get subbed off in like the 72nd minute for Diego. I just maybe would think of it as being like the reverse kind of action where maybe Diego gets a good 60, maybe even 70 minutes, depending on how he looks, and then bringing Nunez in for like the 20-minute, 30-minute.
I'd do it the other way around. I'd let Nunez have like 75 minutes or something because he's got loads of minutes in his legs. As I said, he hasn't played that much lately, started that many games. Get him playing and gives Jota a late look in, if we need to. Right? You know what I mean? We might not even need to. I'll just go, you know what? I'll just even play with two up front, Jota and Newton Darwin. Like, mix it up a little bit tomorrow,
Do a 4-4-2 or something?
4-4-2, old school way.
Old school. Yeah.
Old school, bro. Do that. Play Jota and Darwin up top, and then take whoever you want from the midfield. I think that would be something like interesting to do. Because in games like this tomorrow are the games where you can double a little bit of what you want to do regarding tactics and stuff. Right, you ain't going to play a 4-4-2 against Man City or Newcastle or Everton or whatever next week, But against a team like Plymouth tomorrow, go with the 4-4-2 old school way. Play Jota and Darwin up top. Love to see that.
Okay.
And if that
what
happens
would
tomorrow,
you do then behind that? What
Huh?
would you do that? How would you make that work? Or what would you put behind it?
That's the thing.
So you got 10?
Yeah, go on.
No, I just say you got two boys up front. So what?
Okay, so you want to put?
Would you go left and right? Like, what would you do left and right?
I'll try to move it around. So you said you wanted who up front?
Darwin and Jota up front.
Okay, well that one I'll have to. Okay, Darwin and Jota.
So what would you do then, Jake? Who would you have left and right?
I would go then left and right of midfield. I'll go Diaz one side, Chiesa on the other. And then I would love to play, say, Endo and say we could play Harvey in a 10 there as well. Where we just had Endo as the main sort of midfielder who just sits. It's a bit of a risky game, but it's Plymouth, you know what I mean? So for me, Endo as a sold sitting midfielder, and then either side, then you got to say Harvey Elliott in front of him. Then either side, you got Diaz and Chiesa. Because for me, bro, they're a team that we can attack. You understand what I mean? And that's why I would go with that 4-4-2. I'd have Diaz on there, Chiesa, Jota, Darwin, all of them. Go on a mad one like that.
Okay. I don't have Nunez's picture. I'd have to bring it down and bring it back up again. That's why I just put Lucho there. But
like for me, Endo in midfield with you got a choice between McConnell and Harvey Elliott. You know what I mean?
Real quick. Mm-hmm. I'll put it together for you real quick. See, I'll try to put it together for at least. All right. Let's see. All right. So, oops.
Yeah, and I think they're playing Rugby Town, Liverpool ladies tomorrow in the FA Cup. I used to train at Rugby Football Club. I used to train the youth players there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Liverpool ladies are playing there tomorrow.
Okay. I remember that one time when the Liverpool ladies won the Women's Super League. That was quite good. Ian Dowie's niece was in the team. What's her name? Natasha Dowie, I think, when we won it. So.
Like, when I watch ladies football, there's moments I'm thinking, how are these people even on the football pitch? You know what I mean? Then the next they do something good, but it isn't great, my opinion, in that way of quality and stuff. Could be better, but that will come with time, maybe. You know.
All right, so I'm gonna try to put this together. So you had Nunez up front. You had Jota up front with him. Probably have Nunez on the right and Jota on the left at least. Then you had Chiesa and Elliott, right? Or no, Chiesa and you said Lucho?
Yeah, Lucho and Chiesa either side in that midfield.
Okay.
And then in that middle of the park, I'll go Endo with Harvey as a 10 in front of him. Let's go like that. So it's a real attacking sort of team, you know what I mean?
Oh, like a diamond almost.
Yeah.
Well,
Harvey,
wide, not a narrow diamond. But...
Yeah. And then you got Chiesa and Diaz for the width. I think that will work a treat against that team tomorrow.
Yeah, I did want to bring up the one thing Ant mentioned there earlier on. I think he said something like, I know you guys are going to laugh at this, but Plymouth away is the best away atmosphere he's ever seen.
Okay.
The fans really get behind the team.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I love that. That's going to be great. I love that. You know, you want a lot of noise there and big game. So that should hopefully, should make it a good game. You know, we don't want to go there and just have a boring game. Like you know, go there and win, yeah, but have some great atmosphere. Have some, you know, they'll try for a while. And our quality should always pay out, no matter who, like what we put on the pitch there. I think, you know, you bring a strong subs bench, maybe intimidates them a little bit. Do what we did the other day. We bring on freaking like about 150 million quid's worth of players or something, you know. On against, you know, so I think we should be fine. But yeah, I think there's a few guys that to me, they just need a game. Endo needs a game. A couple other people that need it. Chiesa needs a game. And so I'm going to put all those boys in that need a game and then let the man fit the rest around himself.
But
even with your one, sorry, Jacob, just with your one, even if you did have like kind of a Jota and Nunez up front, Jota can drop deep into a number 10. Jota can drop into a 10, you know, and play in behind him, you know, as well if you needed to. So you bit of flexibility there.
Instead of playing Elliott, then you mean?
Yeah, you could put Endo. Then you could put a strong midfield with Endo and whoever you want to put. McConnell, Jones, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, and I also believe Konate needs game time. Hence why I'd play him and Kwanzaa maybe, because for me, Konate played good the other day. First time since he's come back from injury. He was just better, you know. We got a clean sheet at the end of the day. I'll probably play Konate again. You know why? He needs game time. Before the big Everton game, I'll probably give him 60, 70 minutes, then drop Endo into that position. But I'd start Kwanzaa and Konate maybe. Hence, then we can use Endo in midfield.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as I said, the only reason that I'm keen to see Endo in midfield is because we might need him in midfield. Like if we get an injury, don't want to tempt fate or anything by mentioning it, but God forbid if Gravenberch got injured, and then
Don't say it, bro. Don't say it.
we have McAllister and Jones. Do you know what I mean? It's not as strong, is it, McAllister and Jones? So I want to, want Endo to still be able to have some minutes in midfield and a full game would be good.
This lineup would be interesting. It would be definitely an interesting lineup to see out there. I don't think we're going to see that out, but
that's nice. I like that.
That would be interesting.
That's pure attacking. Like I think when you look at the opposition, it's because of the opposition. I'd go with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it would be a lot for them to handle with
big time,
with
bro.
These players. Yeah,
yeah. I think we'd crush them pretty swiftly, wouldn't we? If that's the starting lineup, like I'd go with that. Then would you go with that, Lee, Brian? I wouldn't say no. You know, if that's the way it was. You only played all them players.
I wouldn't be mad. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it, but
yeah, as I said, the one I wasn't keen on playing was Jota. I don't know. I'm paranoid that he'll get injured again because there's. I'm not saying it's going to be this rough match.
Everyone's getting injured in your world, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He is. Made of Weetabix or whatever the thing is that people say these days. He's made of very little stuff, and I just don't want to risk him in this game, Jota.
The Q word is. Oh, I got you with the Q word. Lee's asking, what do we want from the FA Cup? He never wants to throw a competition, but the Q word is impossible sounding, I don't know. You just go with it, man. I think you just keep on, you try to compete in every competition. It could work out well that, we certainly could have a 9-point lead possibly with an Everton win. Be fortunate enough to maybe see even our closest competitor maybe drop a stinker here or there, maybe get a draw or maybe even a loss while we get another win, push it to 12 or maybe even push it to 11. And once you get to that part and point, it's one of those like, okay, well, the pressure isn't exactly mounting to the point where we can't get to the end. I think the biggest also, I know people have a lot of PTSD when it comes to thinking about the Q word, as Lee Wiskett just said, but it is certainly one where the difference in this year is that we are certainly in a better fitness position with our club. We were fortunate not to have, like AFCON and other tournaments as well that are, taking away from the absolute, like even the ability to even call on a player, much less the maybe even wear and tear of a player playing in those other tournaments. So if it was the Q word and we had, Salah in the AFCON, then that's a different story. But the Q word without the AFCON or the Asian Cup, a little bit of a different story, I think. So I guess there's some inside jokes going on in the chat. But yeah, I wouldn't be mad at this lineup. It's an interesting lineup. I still think that this is going to be,
if that was the lineup.
Yeah. I still think that what we will see is some form of this. I wouldn't be that mad if you saw something like that. But
yeah, Morton's injured, isn't he? Seeing that story yesterday, Morton's injured. So, but I think McConnell anyway. Deserves to play after this performance against Eindhoven. Thought he was really good against Eindhoven, like, and playing in a slightly stronger team than that. I'd like to see him. You know what I mean?
See what he can do.
Yeah. We shall see. All the same, I guess the big question is like see what we get right and get what we get wrong. What do you have as your score predictions then in this game? What do you have in your score predictions in this game? Brian, what are your score predictions for this game? Looking for a barn burner?
I don't know. They've conceded a lot of goals. They've conceded over 60, 62, 63 goals.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't bode well that way for them. 3 or 4, maybe. Call it 4-1.
Yeah, they're letting in Burnley putting 5 against them at home. They've put in quite a bit of goals against them. 2-2, 2-0. What else did they lose to? Lost 4-0 to Coventry. So yeah, they have a tendency to let up a goal or two. Jimmy's going 6-0. Okay.
I'm going one further than that. I'm going goal crazy. I'm going for 7 goals, 6 for us.
Same as Lee. I'm going 7 as well. I'm going 7.
7 up.
6 for us, 1 for them. I'm going to say 6-1 win we get. Goal bonanza, goal floody, goal avalanche.
7-0, 6-0. Red for Life has it 5-0.
Rest of Red for Life. Abdul as well.
5-0. All right. Okay. It's happy about I think that's you're technically your home city, right?
Yeah. Got battered, bro. I hate Ipswich, man. But I tell you the truth, Ipswich weren't even great. When you make mistakes in football, you're going to get punished. And that's what Coventry did about 2 times, just messed it up themselves, you know.
Mm-hmm. Ant's got 3-1. He's not the only person that's got them scoring on us.
I'm going clean
He
sheet.
better not. I don't want to see us give up a goal against to this team.
Yeah.
Don't want to see. To say that the best defense in the Prem, I understand that this isn't the best defense in the sense of the one that does play primarily in the Prem, but to say that the best defense period is going to let up a goal against the worst team in
Championship.
in the championship is something not that you want to see or hear. Red for Life has it Chiesa with a brace, Darwin with a brace, and Elliott with a goal in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Take that. Oh wow. Look at that. They're not selling out their matches, huh?
You know what? Coventry won like 3 on the trot, and then they got beat by Leeds the other day. Now they got beat by Ipswich. So, yeah. What it was, I think Mark Robbins, he had a team when they played Leicester, Luton in the playoff final. And they sort of deteriorated from there. Like, a lot of them guys, like, had you right, the American guy, he's been out for 3 months, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And he was their sort of main goal getter.
Mm-hmm.
They got that Eric Sims guy from Everton for 8 million. No, God, I'm better than him. Yeah. But Robbins is now out.
Didn't they get lucky? Didn't they get unlucky last year in the FA Cup?
Man United. Got cheated on. Right? Yeah. Semi-final it was.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They came back. Ball. Yeah, I don't like Top City, does he? I don't like Leicester, bro. I'll tell you the truth. I can't wait till they get relegated.
JK and Ant.
You'll be playing Cup next season, bro.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Start a buddy comedy between Ant and JK.
I think they're lucky to have fans, aren't they? Coventry, the way they messed them around over the last 10, 20 years.
The firm CISO, They just sort of, it was a joke, bro. They got a new stadium, probably one of the best stadiums in the championship. They got a casino there, everything, you know, built in. But they never really, if they get a star, like what they did, they sold 2 of their best players to Sheffield United. Hamer, the Brazilian guy, and that Irish lad. Both of them went to Sheffield United, and for me, they were their best. Gukeres was there; he left as well. You know what I mean? So guys are going to leave teams like that. You know, they're going to do it there for 2-3 years, then they want to move on. You know. Yeah, but in that rugby football, the complex is worth like 1.1 million or something. The one in rugby. I went in there for an interview, and all they had was Alex Ferguson pictures everywhere. Like, you know, like Man United pictures and stuff. Yeah. And I told them straight away, I'm a Liverpool fan. Should have seen their face, man. It was funny.
When my little brother got old enough for me to take him to the match, took him to see Liverpool v Coventry. I think it was the first one I took him to see, or
Same
one
as
of the first ones. Yeah, and we got beat 3-1 at Anfield. We got quite easily. Darren Huckabee got 2. I can't remember who got the third one, but I picked a bad game like to take him to his first game, get bloody beat. But Coventry were all right in the 90s. You know, you had some decent sides, some decent.
No, they did okay. Yeah. First game I went to, I took my younger brother, was Coventry Liverpool, and it was 6-1 Liverpool. Yeah, I remember that day. Football was different them days as well, you know. The atmosphere, it was just wild, bro. It was just like people weren't sitting down, really. It was just like wild, you know, compared to what you see nowadays. Football is very there's no really personalities in the crowd, you know. Like in the old days, no one cared. It was just like everyone's on a mad one, you know.
I think my brother was about 14 when I first took him, but it was the sitting down cop, like it was because like, you know, that had gone by, like the standing cop, like he was too young to have ever got on that. But took on the seated cop, like
yeah,
the standing cop was good because I was only a kid and myself. It went when I was 20.
I have.
Callum Maher,
Pop quiz. I'll do a quick. I'm not doing a real long pop quiz, but I'll do. I have a couple of trivia questions actually. I just remember I saw on later in some of these other sheets or on another slide here. I'll ask you this: which former Liverpool manager also played for Plymouth Argyle in his career?
Probably Shankly.
I'm just asking for the chat. I know you guys heard it. I'm just making sure the chat.
Oh, sorry.
No, you can give the answer. But I was just saying, which former Liverpool manager also played for Plymouth Argyle in his career?
Yeah, I would have guessed Shankly. That's what I would have guessed.
Roy Hodgson.
Okay.
Oh God, don't bring up Roy. Don't bring up Roy.
You want to take a guess?
Brendan did this. No, I guessed Shankly twice already. So.
Oh, I know. I already heard. Okay, I heard you. I just letting JK.
Okay, no, it's just you didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting JK. Just letting JK give a shot at it too.
Oh, okay. I'll go with.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just giving him a shot to guess.
Paisley. I'll go with Paisley.
JK would be right.
Oh, nice.
He played there before becoming Liverpool's most successful manager. Yes, he did.
Mad. That's a mad stuff.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
that. I like them ones. Can you believe it? He was the most successful manager ever. Like, wow, what a guy.
Oh, mate, by a million miles as well. The time span in which he won all that was so short. It was a third of the time Ferguson had. You know what I mean?
I know, that's why it's kind of weird that they. Oh, I know. We know Bernie.
Bernadette said Paisley,
should give you credit. Yeah.
I mean,
Bernadette knows football.
although Joe Fagan won that 4th European Cup, it was Bob's team, obviously, won it because it was Joe's first season. So you could say he won 4 if you want to be funny like that. Fergie won 2 in 27 years?
Yep.
If you want,
it wouldn't be Brendan. He would have told everyone. That's brilliant. Yeah.
What Liverpool legend started his career at Plymouth Argyle?
Okay. Yeah, he must have been an English player then. That laugh says he wasn't.
No. I'm laughing at Kevin's question. Sorry.
Did you say Liverpool legend then started his career?
Yes. Which Liverpool legend started his career at Plymouth Argyle?
Legend.
Oh, I don't know. I have to see if he did. I guess he
No,
could
he
be
didn't.
considered. No, he didn't. Okay.
No.
He'd be considered a legend eventually, I guess.
Terry McDermott, soon as symbolized, you know.
Fucking Plymouth. I don't know. Kevin Keegan.
Oh, that's a good
No.
one.
No.
John Tosher.
Rob Jones.
Rob Jones.
Mhm.
No.
Where else was close to Plymouth?
I'll let Lee give one shot at it, and then I'll give the answer.
I want another go.
Sadio Mane?
No. All right.
Yeah, the
He's a
famous
legend.
Plymouth.
He's a
I was
legend.
going to
Famous
say
son of
Salah,
Plymouth.
bro.
Yeah, famous son of Plymouth, Sadio Mane. Born and raised in the West Country.
Born and raised, bro.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. That's how they speak, bro.
Struggling to think of any other good answers. Plymouth? Who started at Plymouth?
That is him.
What, Peter Shilton?
Mm-hmm.
What about him? What about Peter
Like, he wasn't a Liverpool player, was he?
No, Peter Shilton
Yeah.
never played for us. He was our rival.
I didn't like
No.
Peter Shilton.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
He's a proper Tory, conservative type of guy, man. Ugh.
Yeah.
My stepdad used to take the L out of his name and call him Peter Shit on. Yeah, I know, yeah. That used to make me laugh when I was a kid, but it was because he kept Ray Clements out the England side, you know what I mean? And he did.
Right.
Ray Clements didn't play for England hardly, like, because of Shilton. He was good, Shilton.
Yeah, he was a
He
good
was.
goalie.
He was good.
He was.
They are Banks as well. Leicester were our bogey side in like the 60s and 70s in the FA Cup. They were our bogey side for years, like Leicester. And Gordon Banks was in goal.
Mm-hmm. 1 second. Let me double check on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl as well. I want the Eagles to win, bro, because of you. I sort of like it's been highlighted quite a lot recently, and I paid attention to the game they got won to get to the final. I watched a bit of that. I was like, okay. And their logo is cool. I like their color of their shirts and stuff. It's nice.
That's cool.
Who are they playing?
Kansas City Chiefs.
And they've been there a few times recently, ain't they? Them lot. Like won 3 out of the last 4 or something, no?
Yeah, this is for if Kansas City wins, it'll be their 3rd time in a row.
Yeah.
It's that would be a major accomplishment.
Yeah,
And
come on, I want Eagles.
This is our 2nd time playing them in the Super Bowl. Actually, we lost to them last time we played them.
Okay.
The last minute, that was tough. That was real tough.
And Taylor Swift supports that team now.
She supports Kansas City.
She's with the dude.
Yeah, she's with the
She's
dude.
with the quarterback. What's his name?
No, with the tight end. Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is the quarterback. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's with the Kelsey. Kelsey,
Travis
yeah.
Kelsey is the tight end. Yeah, it was tough because like that game that we played them. Travis Kelsey's brother played. He just retired last year, but he played for the Eagles. Actually, he was our center. Actually, so it was like one. So they had like the two brothers playing. He's funny though. He's funny. They're both pretty funny. All right. What else did I have on here?
We should do a watch along for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
Yeah.
how long does it take, bro? 4 hours or something? It's like crazy, you know?
It's not
long.
it's not 4 hours, but it's
Nah?
it's a long it's not there's a lot that goes on. There's a big lead up into it. There's like
Beyonce.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Beyonce and all that.
Well,
Shenanigans.
I don't
Snoop
know
Dogg, probably.
I think Kendrick Lamar is the halftime.
Okay.
I think he's the halftime show this year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in New Orleans, so it should be good. Most likely it'll probably have like, some like marching band style thing going on down there. Because they're known for their marching bands. That's also where like it's called the Classic. It's like this it's a football match, an American football match between two historic black colleges, and the game is actually more famous for the halftime show than it is for the game. So
For the game, yeah.
But that's just because it's like the marching bands are the big thing. They're like they're the attraction.
What's the
It
run?
is the halftime show is a major thing. It is, Ant.
What's the run?
It's kind of like the old FA Cup. Old FA Cup final day used to start like 12 o'clock in the morning. 12 at the latest on the BBC, and 3 hours before the game.
They show the coach.
Start covered. Yeah, like
helicopter.
coaches.
Yeah.
At 12.
Everything. Yeah. They gave over. That's what.
I can remember when they showed the coach of the team. Everyone would be like, "Oh, they're in the coach." You know what I mean? He was like a buzz. You know, they were the good days of football. It was like real, and the FA Cup was made special. You know, like the way they made a song as well. Each team had to make a rap or a song or whatever. You know, because they reached the final. They don't do that no more. You know what I mean? That'd be cool if they did something like that. You know, they bring the humor into football again in that way.
Exactly. Yeah. Bring a bit of people's personalities back out.
Yeah.
Said all these.
Imagine songs now, though, bro.
Did you know that they're trying to do? I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, but they're trying to apparently take away or they're going to punish people for celebrations, or that's what they're trying to bring up as a rule in the Premier League.
What, the players?
They're going to take away celebration. They want to possibly take away celebrations, goal celebrations that can be
political.
No, not even political. Just more. It could be like it's like the one that what's the guy's name? The Arsenal player that did the whole like Holland celebration. They want to take away that because it can incite people. It can incite fights and stuff amongst the players or whatever, or calls like
Jesus.
Yeah,
they want to stop the one eye bloody
people need to grow
celebration.
up.
You know what I mean? Forget anything else.
People need to grow the fuck up.
Gary Neville's is like fully behind it or something. I think
it's fan blaming.
Of course he's going to be.
It's fan blaming. It's fan blaming. It's this shit. I'm sorry, but this shit absolutely disgusts me. It's the same when they say, "Oh, we had to move the game." Why? Oh, because it fears over crowd trouble. When was the last time there was crowd trouble at Anfield?
Exactly.
You know, and this stuff they're blaming. It's like, oh, we can't allow fans to drink in a stadium because it might cause trouble. It's not fucking 10-cent beer night. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, the fan. You can't trust a football fan to have a drink. Go to a rugby match and drink all you want. Go to a cricket match, they'll bring drinks to your seat.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
but football fans, you can't trust those dirty football fans. They'll just get in fights.
Yeah.
Have you seen how much it costs to go to a bloody football match? Do you know what I mean? And they're out there saying, oh, you can't do that because it might incite trouble in the crowd. Come on.
Yeah,
They're blaming fans for things they haven't even done.
Yeah, but they do
So
that. That's what the guys do in the world. They'll give you a problem, blame it on this, that, and the other, and then they'll give you a solution for it. And like with football, like how can you blame fans like if they're gonna have a few drinks and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Because they do it in rugby, as you said, and like rugby crowds are raw. You know, I've seen some of them. They're wilder than football fans. Football fans have been tamed. They've taken the passion out of football fans. VAR, another reason for that. But when you look at a football fan, how it used to be, when I was saying I went to the Cov game against Coventry City and it was 6-1, it was so wild, bro. It was just wow. I can't explain the feeling. And compare it to nowadays of going to a football match, people clapping, people not even singing, bro. So and they're gonna bring in new rules all the time to destroy football. Like this goal celebration thing. Like a guy who celebrates a goal, it's his decision how he celebrates it because it's his goal. And for me, sometimes seeing a goal celebration makes it into like the entertainment world. I want to see in football. So you know what I mean? These guys are messing around with football so much, and fans are not doing nothing again. And their fans are willing to let them blame us is the reason why they're doing it. What Brian just said, you know, for me, football is in the wrong hands. And they're going to keep on doing it every year. They're going to change something to make it more this, that, and the other, to take away. That's why there'll be no more Maradonas and Messis no more. Creative players. Because the game's gone really robotic as well, you know. They want runners. They want flamboyant players, you know. They've got no time for that. And that's what they're doing with football, bro. They're taking the passion out of it. And they're taking the creative side of football out as well. So very important time for football. People think, football's great, this, that, and the other. But realistically, there's so much money in football nowadays. But what these guys have done, they've actually turned it upside down. They're taking away certain things in football that you don't really want to do. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just a suggestion. It's not a guarantee, but that's what they're thinking, that it's inciting. It's not in the spirit of the game type thing.
Okay.
Just telling you, I didn't make the rule. I'm just repeating.
Trolling other players is completely within the spirit of the game. You know, it's like we said the other day when Virgil went over to Richie. You know,
that was funny.
And offered him his hand and pulled it away. That's completely disrespectful.
Gary
in
Neville
a funny way.
Players' faces. If he's backing this, he's taking the piss, mate. He was badly into it, getting into people's faces and trying to wind people up and that, and announcing that he was there on the pitch and that, giving fist pumps and that to their crowd and all this crap. So if he's saying, "Oh, that's too much," like then he's a hypocrite.
That was funny. Sorry, that was funny. When he's like,
exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's funny. Like they would deem that to be disrespectful. They would say, "Oh, that's disrespectful." You know, that could have caused Richarlison to react. It's not. It's just funny. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
Don't you know? Yeah. Oh, Vardy, jeez, and can you imagine it? Can you imagine any bands Vardy would have?
Oh yeah, well that too. That would certainly be outlawed, because that would be something where like, because that's the thing. They're also talking about like it'll like to do those kinds of things. Like Lukaku got he got a I think a red card or a match ban for celebrating a goal by like, I don't know, like covering his ears or doing something to the crowd where he was like kind of like enticing the crowd who had been racially abusing him, and that was like him like getting back at them by celebrating in front of them, and he got actually reprimanded for that. That's the Italian league, I understand, but something like the Vardy thing, doing that in front of the crowd might rile them up to, for them to do something stupid like throw stuff onto the pitch or do things like that, or maybe storm.
Yeah, I ain't into that.
So
I watched the Tottenham game. I think it was against Arsenal in the derby there. They were chucking bottles and everything at the guys who were taking the corners.
yeah, no.
Paper, you know what I mean?
Do they
Paper,
have, they have glass? They don't have glass bottles.
No, they have plastic ones.
Plastic ones.
But they were chucking loads of tissues and stuff at him. Rolled up and stuff. Yeah,
I thought I
come
saw
on, bro.
someone with a glass bottle. Maybe snuck it in or something, but in the crowd, I was like, "Whoa!" Looked like he was drinking like a green glass Heineken style bottle or something. Cup this year is to the Sheffield United fans. Yeah, who's this? Who's that? Yeah, it's stupid. Oh, Vardy. Yeah, it's just dumb. Very, very dumb. But
Is Vardy retiring? He was saying.
Haaland and Gabriel, was it? Haaland and Gabriel giving each other stick when City plays Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Haaland threw the ball at Gabriel's head. Well, he didn't throw it. He bounced it off the back of his head, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
City scored, and kind of Gabriel pulled his jersey up over his head, and that kind of, that thing that pulled his jersey over his head just to kind of, and Haaland grabbed the ball out of the net, and he was behind Gabriel, and he just kind of went bonk, from about 5 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And there was people saying he assaulted Gabriel, and this, that shoot. It's just like, Jesus Christ, that's, I love all that. Stay humble, all that stuff. That's fun, man. That's fun. You need to laugh. You need to stop taking football so seriously. Sometimes you need to enjoy the humor in it. Sometimes,
Yeah, you need that. You need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want them to take that out of football. Like, that'd be bullshit.
Apparently taking their jersey off was going to cause fans to erupt in a riot if somebody took their jersey off. So now you get a yellow card for taking your shirt off.
As well.
You know what I mean? That's just mad. Like, for me, why are you giving someone a yellow card for they're taking their shirt off? I just don't understand that one there.
No,
someone explain it to me. I don't understand that.
It's just literally slope, isn't it? Like, and it's going further. That was just the thin end of the wedge doing that. Because players like to do it, and it's just like, you would, wouldn't you, if you felt like it? If that was you in a big, massive game, you could go out.
Bobby did it, bro. Bobby did it. You know how many yellow cards he got? Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Some yellow cards for that, pathetic.
Bobby understood about the fun. Bobby is one of those players. He understood the fun. Like when you used to do that thing where a player would score a goal and celebrate, and then Bobby would kind of run up beside him and copy their celebration in a kind of a janky way. And he understood the fun of it. He understood it's all about that, like the no looks, all of that stuff. He knew it was there. Like
he was an entertainer, bro. He was an entertainer. Exactly. When you look at it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Any other questions I could ask? Oof. Wow, that's something I didn't know. Well, hopefully tomorrow we'll break the curse of playing on February 9th. We have played 3 times in the FA Cup on this day and have lost all 3 times. That's crazy.
4th time lucky then, bro.
4th time's lucky. Yeah, 4th time will be the lucky charm, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be, definitely so. But it's wild. It's a case of, if you want to look at it, it's a case of the first ranked team versus the 44th, right? It's the 44th. There's 43 places in between that separate us, technically. Pretty wild.
Yeah, there's a wild big gap
43
there.
places 43 places between Liverpool and Plymouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty low. I did not know we had lost 3 times on it, but we'll see. We shall see.
It's the fourth round. It's the banana skin round. It's the total banana skin round.
True, Brian. Could have happened this morning. Yeah. Man City game. It was happening 1-0. Leyton Orient winning. And then the goal they got for the equaliser, it was just it was just a joke. Yeah, but they did it 2-1, you know.
Too. If we do progress to the 5th round,
2-1 to Brighton.
It will mean that the draw will be on Monday.
Yeah, draw's Monday. 7 o'clock or something.
And then the tie will be placed on the weekend of March 1st, which follows the visit of Newcastle to Anfield on February 26th, and precedes the first leg of the last 16 for the Champions League tie. So that's something to keep in mind. We did get a move of the teams and everything, or move of the Villa game because of our packed schedule. So
yeah, that was rescheduled.
To see who and what Arnie picks. Be interested to see what and who Arnie picks tomorrow. Also, be interesting to see who can put us a little bit closer to FA Cup glory with a 5th round entry. Be very, very interesting. Obviously, prepping for Valentine's Day. Okay. Who let the dogs out? Yeah, that's one. That's a good question. That's a good question. But we are. Yeah. What's that? Go ahead. True. What?
Yeah, I was just going to say what Abdul wrote there about fans need to talk about the games with passion on the pitch, screaming in the stands and banter and stuff. You know, like when I say when you look at football, they try to take everything out of it that we enjoy about football. You know, everything about what Abdul just said there about fans screaming, passion, banter. You know, all them things they're taking it away from football. So for me, as fans, content creators and stuff like that need to sort of get together and talk about these sort of things, you know, make a change, get rid of VAR.
It's only going to get worse. There's going to be less atmosphere at matches as the years go on. They'll probably be played in complete silence for about 50 years.
Bro, look at the Champions League, what they just did with the Champions League right now. It was just pure chaos. God knows what's going on with it right now. You understand what I'm saying, though? They even messed around with the Champions League format. Even though we finished top, you know what I mean? But I like the old school 4 in a group, get on with it. You knew what's going on. And this is what I'm saying about football. It's in the wrong hands with people just dabbling with joker methods to make it a bit more interesting for them. Because they're just playing with us, bro. Football belongs to us, guys, not them guys. You know? They're not playing the game. They don't even support no one. You know what I'm saying? They don't support no team. They just support their own bank balance. Yeah, cool, no problem. That's your world. Carry on. But for me, fans need to get together and say, you know what? It's about certain things changed in football. And the VAR thing, when I just found out Wolves are the only team to sort of complain about it, it made me laugh, bro. I thought, you know what? We ain't doing nothing with VAR. That's staying.
Football without fans is nothing. That is correct, Brian.
Bang on, bro.
Well, I think football without Origi is nothing too. But that's another thing.
Origi should have stayed at Liverpool, bro. He shouldn't have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
here.
I'm
He hasn't
telling
got
you.
anywhere, mate. He never left.
I don't even know where Origi is right now. I know he was
don't.
at Forest. I knew he was at Forest, but God knows. Anyone know where Origi is?
Well, he was
I'm
on the
not even
books
sure
at
that he's
AC.
done.
He was on the books at AC.
Yeah.
Then they loaned him out. Yeah, Forest. What did he do this year? Didn't see, I'm not sure where he went. I have a feeling he's back in France, but I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Okay, I'll find out.
But yeah, he's still under contract at AC, maybe unless they sold him. But
He started scoring nice goals as soon as we got him. Really, like, although they were maybe weren't as numerable like as they became in his later period. When we first got him, he was scoring some nice goals. You know, like from the edge of the box, maybe a few yards outside the box, whatever. Like goals. That's what he did. It's just some of the years, like the one against Everton where Pickford pushed it onto the bar and he just nodded it in. It's just, you couldn't, that in itself will be enough to make him a legend without like the Champions League final or anything else. Just the Pickford thing in the derby.
he's still at Milan.
He's at mate, how about in the Milan Futuro? That's the second team, isn't it, bro?
Yeah, he's still there.
Mate,
I get his own.
he's not even in the first team sort of squad and stuff. I don't understand that one. Let me see. How old is he, Ryan? He is
29.
no,
He's 29.
29. So he's got 3-4 years. I'll tell you the truth. A championship team should just take him on. His probably wages are pretty steep, maybe, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he'll be 30 in April.
yeah. 30 in April, yeah, 18th. Yeah. I was just expecting more for him.
He's too good to be. I would have thought some team would have picked him up. You know, if he's not getting a game for Milan, somebody would have picked him up in January.
Yeah. Yeah.
How old is he now? Do you know? Offhand?
29.
29.
No, he's older than that, isn't he?
No, we were just talking about it. He's 29. He's 30 in April.
Oh, bloody hell, I thought he was older.
That's who we were talking about when we were saying he's 29, 30 in April.
He's 35 now, bro. Oh, wicked. Yeah, man. Origi for me is a legend anyway. What he did for us, I don't care, man. What a guy.
Yeah.
He was only like 21 when we bought him, wasn't he? Or was he 20? Yeah, he was 20 when we bought him, wasn't he?
Oh, very young. Yeah.
Yeah, 2015. Yeah. Who did we buy him from? That's a good question. Who did we buy him from?
Leo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Leo. Mad.
That was when they were producing good Belgium. Like they had Hazard and they had Origi and they had somebody else that was one of the Belgian squad. But yeah, I just remember when he went to was the World Cup or the Euros? I can't remember. And they had Origi, they had Benteke, and they had Lukaku. And we had just bought in Origi. I think we knew he was joining. They were at that tournament, and I was watching him. And by the end of the tournament, Origi was getting into the team ahead of Benteke and sometimes Lukaku. But as a young player,
Lukaku, oh god.
As a young player, he was. It's actually weird how long he stayed here. He was here a very, very long time.
7 years. Yeah.
Yeah, most just sort of never a starter for us, really.
Never a starter, bro.
There was quite a lot of
Most
hope
people don't stay that long.
Player, because like as soon as Jurgen arrived, he mentioned that he'd like eyes up Origi, like as a player he'd like to sign, and that he was happy that Origi was here when he got here. He said, "Yeah, he's a good player." But I can't remember the words he used exactly, but that's what he said. Yeah. Have some fun with him. That's what he said.
Oh, he's had some moments as Divock. I mean, he hasn't had the kind of whatever story career, 30 goal, playing 30 games a
Yeah.
season every year. But his moments, corner taking quickly, and the one that Lee's talking about as well, that Pickford one. That's right up there.
It's legendary status, that isn't it, on its own?
The goal against Tottenham in the Champions League final to kind of finish it off.
Given what Pickford later did to Virgil with that tackle, it's an even better memory. That just makes it even better now.
This is one of his moments.
He scored
too.
in the Champions League final, bro. He shouldn't be in the B team of AC Milan.
Exactly. He should be playing for. I can't believe that's weird. Maybe it's a wages thing or something like that. But yeah, he could be doing a job for Portugal, France, whatever. But yeah, not sitting in the bloody B team. That sounds like they've had a falling out to be in the B team.
Yeah,
that's very harsh, kind of.
That's harsh, man.
Not being picked is one thing, but being officially in the B team is another altogether.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can do what he did here, which is be a part of a FA Cup winning team as well. And 2022 FA Cup team. And hopefully we can march on to that accomplishment ourselves. Was there anything you guys wanted to bring up before we allow for the people to enjoy the rest of their Saturday before getting back to this game for tomorrow? What time is the game for me too? See what time it is. Not an early one. 8 o'clock. Cool. So it'll be at 7 o'clock, or at least it'll be 7 o'clock for me in the morning. Roll call.
Roll call. Oh,
awesome. Love mornings. Love the morning.
That's a proper plan, though, bro. Come on. That's a proper
plan. I have a show tonight, so it's going to be one of those ones where I get home and I'm like, this. I got to decide if I want to go to bed or not. So we'll see. We will see. But I'll be there for the roll call all the same. So hopefully you'll be joining us tomorrow as well. What time is the kickoff in GMT time?
Our kickoff tomorrow's 2 o'clock, I think.
2 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, that makes sense. Or 3 o'clock? Is it or 2 o'clock? Is it 2? 3 o'clock?
I think it's 2. Yeah, I think it's 2. For some reason.
3. I think it's 3. Red Armchair supporters saying 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah. But roll call is at 2 o'clock. How about that? Maybe that's what's in your mind.
Yeah, it's 3 p.m.
Sorry, it's Wolves. That's 2 o'clock when we play Wolves in a week's time or something. It's 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Wolves have the early kickoff tomorrow as well. Blackburn, there's 3 games tomorrow in the FA Cup. Blackburn v Wolves at 12:30. Plymouth v Liverpool at 3 o'clock, and Aston Villa versus Spurs at 5:35 for some reason, not 5:30, 5:35 for some reason.
Weird. That's what I mean.
So only 3 games tomorrow. Well, at least we'll be on. Well, we already know we'll be on. We're the only 3 o'clock kickoff. So obviously that would be the TV game.
The TV game, yeah. There's no blackouts for that.
Yeah.
Not for the FA Cup.
Not for the FA Cup.
Only Premier League.
Only Premier League. Okay. Big up to Nolante. Big up.
Oh, bless, bro. Nolante.
Yep. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their friend to join us tomorrow for the roll call, and also hopefully to subscribe and like and comment and do everything you can to help build the channel up, because it does make a difference, and it does make a significant sign and symbol, however you want to look at it, for those out there that believe in supporting each other as Reds and also having, positive vibes for each other and our brethren that go onto the pitch. So, Lee, is there anything you want to say to the people before we allow for them to do their thing?
Just hope that we win tomorrow. So if you have a good night's sleep, everyone, get up tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get past this round, and then we're in fairly advanced stages of the FA Cup already, aren't we? Getting that out, get all them games done as well, aren't we? I think sixth round, quarter final in the FA Cup, innit? So, and this one's the fifth round, is it this one?
Fourth.
This is the fourth round. Yeah.
We've got another one before the quarters.
Yeah. Oh well.
Hopefully
hopefully we can get through this one, and hopefully we can get like another, another, favorable opponent in our ranks, so that we can utilize the rotation and also utilize the opportunity to go on to the quarters after the fifth round, if we can make it there. So, Brian, is there anything you want to say to people before we bounce out?
Not really. Enjoy your Saturday night, but just make sure you're back tomorrow, because we'll notice if you're not here. You don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, yeah.
I'm only going to be on like 3-4 hours. You guys definitely better be there tomorrow. How about for you, JK?
Yeah. The game's on ITV1 live for the people in England. I just hope we go for a team like the one I was saying, like really attack them and just go for it, and then get these guys ready for the Everton game next week. So this is like a pre-game for the Everton game. They lost today 2-0 at home, so that's a good thing. So yeah, enjoy the game tomorrow and roll call.
Nothing. They were at home though.
Yeah, they were at home to Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, yeah.
Well, that makes that's not fun.
We're gonna beat. I think we'll beat Everton next week. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So last ever, like this thing we're talking about, the whole intensity and the last ever game at Goodison. Yeah, look, that will be a thing, but at the same time, it can't be the only thing. And that was their last ever cup game, FA Cup game at Goodison.
Yeah.
And they couldn't. The crowd didn't go. Bournemouth were able to go there and get a 2-0 win. Surely like the atmosphere for that should have been just as big,
Yeah.
So I think that's a marker for us. If Bournemouth can do it,
we can do it.
Yeah. And I mean, that game is something that Everton, I'm certain, wasn't going to. They probably put every effort into trying to get that over the line.
FA Cup teams, I haven't spoken to him yet. The last time was 1995 for Everton. So this year marks, what is it? That's 30 years, isn't it? That's a long time.
A century. That's a long time, bro.
Long time.
30 years. 30 long years.
Yeah,
but look how much money Everton have spent over the years as well. They've wasted a lot of money.
They have put in a heck of a lot of money, for sure.
Shankly said, when Bill Shankly arrived, he said, I thought it was a disgrace that Liverpool had never won the FA Cup and Everton has. Well, he soon sorted that out, didn't he? That final against Leeds. I think that's it. Yeah, when we first started singing You'll Never Walk Alone, it was around that time, because that's when it was in the charts.
Cool.
Jerry and the Pacemaker.
Well, take that bit of knowledge with you, and also be sure to bring it back with you when you do show up for this roll call tomorrow. It is really a privilege to be able to share that moment in time with you guys. So hopefully you'll be there with us and for us as we get ready for this fourth round match against FA Cup madness. But until then, I guess we will be able to wish you the best. Ask that you definitely take care of yourself as well as take care of your loved ones in your life. It's very important that you do, because without each other, we are nothing as well. So make sure that you do the same in putting effort and attention to your loved ones in your life. And also, I would like to say, up the Reds, people, up the Reds. We will see you tomorrow, and take care.